Then I want to turn to, speaking of dollars, there's this proliferation of dollar stores across America. And that's something that's really stood out to me over the past 2 years since we've moved back here, is all sorts of stores with dollar in their name: Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Dollar Family, like all sorts of things like that. So there's been an investigation into looking into that and what that means and what that indicates and what they're hoping for and what their business plan is going forward looking at America. Dollar stores planning for permanent American underclass. Sell more groceries than Whole Foods. Dollar store chains like Dollar General and Dollar Tree are rapidly expanding by targeting the poor, particularly in predominantly black neighborhoods and rural areas, while planning for a permanent American underclass, according to a new report from the Community Development Nonprofit Institute for Local Self-Reliance. So, more importantly, the fact that dollar stores sell no fresh vegetables, fruits, produce. They don't sell any fresh food. It's stuff sold in cans and processed food and packaged food. And they sell more food. They are quickly becoming one of the primary ways lower-income Americans eat, with the combined grocery sales of Dollar General and Dollar Tree outstripping Whole Foods by more than $10 billion.
Right. You know, you can eat pretty well at Whole Foods. I mean, at Dollar General stores, because few things come in cans are pretty good. Canned tomatoes and canned peas. Okay, they're fine. Those are good. That's good stuff. But, you know, it wasn't too long ago in America where we had the 5 and dime, which was the Woolworth 5 and dime store. Everything was a nickel or 10 cents. And, you know, and Walmart started by super discounting everything, and McDonald's got big by selling a $1 meal. So selling stuff cheap, you know, that's just part of the capitalist system. And we're just going back to kind of a revisitation of America as a poor country. And that's okay because things expand and things contract. You know, I mean, we're going back to being poor for a large part of American population, and you know that's just the way it is. You know, you can't be rich. Trees don't grow to the sky. There's got to be a retrenchment.
So we were in the United Kingdom when they unrolled gambling and casinos. They allowed casinos, and they only allowed a certain number of casinos in certain areas. And what it emerged under Tony Blair was that these casino operators, in particular, did not want to be in rich areas, did not want to be in middle-class areas. What they wanted was to be in very poor areas. They targeted poor communities because they were the best customers. They kept on coming in and hoping to win. Same here is the study shows that, in fact, when it's hard to strip out correlation and causation here, is that when they enter a neighborhood, the actual neighborhood's income declines. They actually get poorer. Is it because they're eating poorer quality food, or is it also because these Dollar General stores tend to push out all of the local grocery stores? They undersell the local grocery stores. They undersell the local, you know, food shop, the restaurant, you know, maybe a food stall. But they're pushing out. So a lot of jobs are displaced from the neighborhood. So they do cover a situation in Oklahoma where Oklahoma is kind of ground zero of these dollar stores, and that black neighborhoods are basically organizing to resist the introduction of any more dollar stores. They don't want these dollar stores in here because they reckon that it just decreases their wages, and the living standard in the area does go down, according to their research.
Yeah, well, is it cause and effect, or causation versus coincidence, or, you know, because the American economy is collapsing because the money printing has stopped.
Yes.
Markets are collapsing. We're going back to Depression-era type economics. So, I mean, and to rebuild the economy, just like in any economy, it's built on poor people. Poor people feed the economy because they buy scratch off lottery tickets. You know, when I was living in the ghetto in New York, you know, the Red Apple grocery store uptown had the highest prices in town, right? And liquor stores are open, and you buy, you know, booze more expensive in the ghetto. And that's how you build an economy. It's always built on the backs of the poor. America was built on the slave market. America was built on prison labor. Look, the good times of America, the ne'er-do-wells, it's all very swishy and swell, that's over. We got to go back to basics.
And just to reiterate what we've been saying over the past few weeks and months is that this is a result of the Cantillon effect, whereby the Federal Reserve Bank of America continues to print dollars, give them for free to Wall Street bankers and those closest to the Wall Street bankers who get it at 0%. By the time it trickles down to somebody who shops at the Dollar General store, if those people don't have, Bitcoin to preserve their purchasing power, then they're stuck with this. And here's a quote from the actual CEO of the Dollar General store. He says, "The economy is continuing to create more of our core customers." In other words, the more lower income Americans struggle, the better dollar stores do. So he himself sees our economy is creating the need for dollar stores.
No, the alternative is to grow your own food, basically. That's the alternative, which you should probably consider that. Anyway.